Joining us today on MSUEagles.com is redshirt junior Drew Kelly from the Morehead State men's basketball program. And Drew, the team has won 3 straight games, a win before the first of the year over NAIA foe Union College down here in Kentucky. And then you guys are off to a 2-0 start in the Ohio Valley Conference with victories over SIU, Edwardsville, and Eastern Illinois. Just talk about this recent 3-game stretch and maybe things that have changed and how you guys have gone in a positive direction.
Yeah, over the break we kind of dug ourselves in a hole a little bit, and we're still trying to get out of it. But our coach let us go home for Christmas. After the Southern Miss game, we really had to find some soul searching. We had to stop pointing fingers and blaming and look ourselves in the mirror and really figure out what we wanted to do. And I think we're starting to do that as a collective unit, and it showed. We've made some adjustments on defense for these first 2 conference games, and teams are going to expect us to trap. We decided stay solid in our defense, not lay back and be passive, but still be aggressive, but you're not running and jumping as much. And I think that was a great coaching adjustment. But we're playing together. We've played 2 very good teams so far. It was a big advantage for us to have 2 home games for our first conference. It's always a confidence booster because you always play better at home. And I'm pleased with what we're doing right now. We got to learn to finish games better. We'll get a lead, and then we'll kind of relax a little bit. But it's been fun. We're really starting to trust in each other. Team-wise and how we are as a unit, and we just hope to keep getting better.
The season may have started a little slow for you individually. There's a new cast of characters this year here at Morehead State. 13 newcomers in all, including the transfers who have to sit out that 1 year due to the NCAA transfer rule. But you really picked things up here in the last 3 games, Drew. Double figures scoring all 3 contests. I know you were kind of bothered by a couple different ankle injuries early on in the season and a pinky injury as well. But how are you feeling physically and moving forward? I'm sure you expect to go at 100%.
Yeah, physically, I'm feeling much more healthy now. I think I did before the season. I blew my right ankle out, and then against Norfolk, did my left one. But those are just trials that God tests you with every day. You just got to push forward. There's no excuse for playing poorly or not performing well. You just got to fight through it and get better.
Drew Kelly is our guest today on MSUEagles.com from the Morehead State men's basketball program. Drew, we were talking the other day off camera. This team is now 7-2 at home this year. Just talk about the importance of getting those wins here at Johnson Arena and how that'll help you in the long run.
It's huge. First off, it's a huge confidence booster for the team. Anytime you get a home win, there's a sense of comfort that takes place, and not a sense of complacency, but you're comfortable playing at home and you hit shots, and then you can kind of carry that on to road games. And especially like with the way the conference scores, like the win and losses at home, you can't lose at home in conference, because then you're -1 and you hurt your placing in the conference. But we're playing pretty well at home this year. Had some things we'd like to take back earlier in the season, but there's nothing we can do about it now. We're just going to keep on moving forward.
Now, on the flip side of that coin is a 1-6 road record, and I was talking to Coach Woods the other day after the game, and he said he expects better results from you guys away from Johnson Arena in the second half of the season. And you guys have 4 opportunities in a row here, back-to-back OVC weekends on the road.
Yeah.
Just talk about that mindset, and then Wednesday's contest at Austin Peay.
There are 3 seasons within 1 season. There's the pre-conference season. It's important, and then there's conference, which is very important, and then there's postseason, which is that's do or die time. Right now we're in the conference part of it, and road wins are huge. As it is for any conference. You got to get these road wins, and for us to have 4 of them in a row, a lot of people will say, "Man, that's almost unfair. That's a tough one." It's tough. It's going to be tough, but if we can get 4 road wins, we're sitting +4, and that's a pretty good seat. Now, the Austin Peay, my grandfather coached there, I'm 2-1 there at their place all time against them. It's a tough environment.
Mm-hmm.
Their fans are pretty brutal.
They get into it, don't they?
They get into it a little bit. But, it's a fun environment, man.
Right.
If you go down there and and you don't have fun playing against a hostile environment like that, then you shouldn't be playing basketball, and it's enjoyable.
Let's get into the family story. Some of our viewers out there might not know a whole lot about that. You referenced your grandfather, the late Kelly, who is he's a Austin Peay Hall of Famer, was the men's basketball coach there. Was it in the 1980s? Does that sound about right?
He coached in the 70s. They went to the Sweet 16 in 76, I think, and made it to the first round in 73. He coached Fly Williams. I don't know if anybody my age really knows about Fly Williams, but no, yeah, he put a lot of hard work and blood, sweat, and tears into that program, and you know, I love him. You know, he passed away my senior year, but yeah, I get a lot of personal blasphemy when I go down there. You could say they don't really like me down there too much.
Now, you're originally from the state of Tennessee. Your parents live down there currently. Your father is a well-known high school basketball coach in the state, has done some nice things there. And you were Tennessee's Mr. Basketball in 2009. I'm sure going to the state of Tennessee anywhere to play is exciting for you, but especially when you guys head down to Clarksville.
Yeah, I mean, it's exciting because, you know, my granddad might be dead, but, you know, I still want to beat him. You know, he's still a huge part of that university, that school. And so every time I go in there, you know, it's kind of like I'm going to get my granddad today, you know. Personally, that's how I feel about it. And, you know, my grandmother, she'll be down there. And, you know, it's just always good to be able to go home and get a win.
One other interesting family tie is the new Morehead State head football coach, Rob Tenyers, your uncle.
Yep.
I know you're excited about his promotion after 12 years as an assistant here, and excited for your uncle, your aunt, and your cousin, the whole family there.
Oh, yeah, it's great. You know, Uncle Rob, he's a great man. You know, he's a great football coach. His offensive football package that he's put in has been unstoppable. And, you know, I'm just very happy for him. And, you know, I can't wait to come out and watch his first game.
Well, that's Drew Kelly from the Morehead State men's basketball program. Again, the Eagles in action Wednesday at Austin Peay, Saturday traveling to Eastern Kentucky, and then Southeast Missouri and UT Martin await both road games the following week. Drew, before we let you go, you talk about Austin Peay being a tough game with a very energized atmosphere, and I'm sure you guys expect the same thing this Saturday at Eastern Kentucky.
Oh, yeah. You know, EKU, that's 45, 50 minutes down the road from us. It's one of the best rivals in mid-major college basketball, if not college basketball at all. You know, two teams on the court. You know, we don't get along great. You know, our fans clash. You know, it'll be a great environment.
And they're playing pretty well this year too.
They're playing very well. You know, they're a very solid team this year. We're going to have to bring our A game, the best game we've had thus far, to be able to beat Austin Peay and EKU on the road.
Well, Drew, keep the 3-game winning streak going. Best of luck to you and the team. We'll talk to you again soon.
All right, thank you.
Drew Kelly from the Morehead State men's basketball program. Visit MSU Eagles often for updates on the Eagles. And like I said, Wednesday and Saturday this week, road games at Austin Peay and Eastern Kentucky.